Welcome back to another Sutra study with LivPrem Yoga. So far, Patanjali has shown us that yoga, the definition of yoga, is stilling the whirlpooling fluctuations of the individual mind so that we can remain rooted and established in our true nature, which is oneness with all things, including the divine. That if we are not rooted in this true nature, we foolishly and mistakenly misperceive ourselves to be these actual movements of mind. We identify with those rather than what we truly are. Last month, we looked at a group of sutras that described 5 different kinds of these vrittis or movements. Patanjali says that there are 5 of these mind motions, some of which are harmless and others that deter us from oneness or are harmful. They are accurate perception, misunderstanding, verbal delusion, sleep, and memory. He then goes on to describe each of these mind movements in greater detail, which is what we discovered last month. So let's continue on with the next 5 sutras. As always, we will begin by learning the meaning and pronunciation of each of these words, and then we'll kind of put it all together so that we can understand the sutras in a personal way. Back in Yoga Sutra 1-2, we defined yoga as restraining, controlling, or mastering the vrittis, the circular, ever-in-motion consciousness. But how do we do this? Yoga Sutra 112 gives us 2 ways. Abhyasa, vairagyabhyam, tanirodha. These vrittis are restrained by practice and detachment. Abhyasa means by long, continuous effort, and vairagya means by not being attached. And this last word, tanirodha, is a combination of tat, meaning that, or in this case, referring to the vrittis, and nirodha, which we first learned in Yoga Sutra 1-2, meaning cessation, restraint, control, or mastering of. The next few sutras will detail these 2 facets of mastering the mind movements, abhyasa and vairagya. In Yoga Sutra 113, Patanjali describes abhyasa. Tatra stitau yatno bhyasa. Tatra means of these, or in this case. Stitau means evenness or balanced steadiness. It shares the same Sanskrit root word as samastiti, meaning even standing or mountain pose. Yatna means effort, and abhyasa again means practice or by practice. To be more specific, the asa part at the end of this word is the same as asa from asana or posture, pose. Its literal meaning is to place. The abhy part of means by way of or by doing. So abhyasa means my well-placed effort or by well-placed effort or intentional effort, repetition, discipline. So the whole sutra means something like, of these 2, abhyasa is steady and well-placed effort, or intentional balanced effort constitutes practice. In Yoga Sutra 114, this next sutra says that in addition to being steady and well-placed, our effort should be continuous over a long period of time and well attended to. Satu dirga kala nairantarya. Satkara sevita diedra bhumi. Satu means this, and dirga means long or enduring. Kala refers to time. Narantantriya means without a break or ceaseless. Satkara comes from 2 words, sat meaning true or truth, and kara meaning work. In this case, it means truly working with one's full earnestness. Asevita means frequent or assiduous practice, and diedra bhumi means on firm ground. So this sutra could be understood as practice becomes firmly rooted when attended to continuously over a long time and with true work ethic. Next, in Yoga Sutra 115, these next 2 sutras go together into further detail about vairagya, non-attachment. Breaking down the word vairagya, we get 2 words, vi, which means without, and raga, which means passion, feeling, emotion, interest, or attachment, more specifically. An alternative etymology of vairagya suggests that it could mean to be uncolored by, meaning to be engaged with the world but uncolored by it or untainted by it. Drishtanu shravaka, vishaya, vitrashnya, vishikara, samnya, vairagyam. The consciousness of self-mastery and one who is free from craving for objects seen or heard is non-attachment. Drishta means seen. Anushravika means heard. Vishaya means object. Vitranasya means of one who is free from craving.
Vishikara means mastery.
Sanya means wisdom, or that knowledge, that wisdom. And Vairayam, again, means non-attachment, Vairagya, unclouded disinterest or dispassionate engagement. In Yoga Sutra 116, Patanjali goes a little further by saying that the supreme true self is realized when one loses interest in every form of this world. Tat param parusha kayater guna vai trashnan. Tat means that, param means supreme, purusha is that which dwells within, or the true self within. Kayater means due to the realization, and the gunas are the three constantly in motion forms of this world known as rajas, tamas, and sattva. And this last word here means without thirst. So this sutra could be understood as meaning when the true self is realized, one loses interest in any of the forms of this world, or alternatively, when one loses even their thirst for the forms of this world, the true self that dwells within is realized. Maybe this is the first chicken or egg question. Does detachment lead to realization, or does realization lead to detachment? So let's review what we've learned so far in this session. Mastery over the movements of consciousness comes by abhyasa, which is well-placed effort, and vairagya, which is detachment. Of these two, abhyasa is steady effort, as well as continuous and enduring practice, which leads to being well-grounded. When all the forms of this world have no more appeal, including what is seen or heard about, we experience the realization of the true self within, and that this is the ultimate or the highest vairagya or detachment. Stay tuned next month for our continuation of the Sutras of Patanjali. Thanks so much. Namaste.